to welcome Felicity Thomlinson. And Felicity and I, we only know each other for a couple of weeks, but she has impressed me with a platform. She's joining us from Sydney. And Sydney now, I think it's also very early in the morning, at 5 in the morning. Thank you so much. And I know she has joined our African meetings as well at a really odd time always. And that shows how devoted she is. She works with Typsy in Australia, and Typsy is a learning platform ideal for times like this, where people are sitting at home and need to further their education in a very easy and fun way. Good morning, Felicity. It's the microphone is yours.
Hi, Jürgen. Thank you so much. I'm actually in Melbourne, Australia, so a few hours south of Sydney, but yes, same for anyone that's been here. It's fantastic to be here though, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of the group of people that's doing so much in so many different countries. And thank you, Jürgen, for introducing. I do actually have, I know you'd allocated a little bit more time for me to give a presentation. So are you okay if I share my screen there, Jürgen?
Yes, please do.
Okay. So firstly, I'm just going to explain on a few slides how Typsy works, and then I'll finish with a video just to show you exactly what we're doing right now to support the hospitality industry globally. I'll just share my screen, and let's hope technology works perfectly. Okay, is everyone seeing that just fine?
Yes.
Great. All right, so at Typsy, we're offering free subscriptions to all of our courses, all of our lessons until September 30, 2020. So at Typsy, we've got a very passionate bunch of people behind the scenes at Typsy, and we very much believe that's a big reason of why we really just think hospitality starts at home, and it starts with the teams that you work with, and we really think that defines and is the basis of what we do. So Typsy is an online hospitality training platform, and we have our courses subtitled in many, many different languages. We also have the platform available in about 6 languages when you use the app. But as far as subtitling on video lessons, they're currently available in about 20 languages. And if there's not a language there that you're wanting, talk to us and we can work through options. So Typsy is 2 things. It's a purpose-built platform, and it's really created with the learner at the centre. So it's built in order to build capability of people very quickly and easily to get them job ready and to get their skills up. We also continue to film and release new courses every month to ensure that there's really exceptional quality skills and that they're very up-to-date skills. So the instructors, we film with them on location. So we source instructors based on their credentials, based on having won industry awards. They need to be recognised by their peers. And we source people globally, and then we fly on location. We do a lot of work pre-production to ensure that the learning outcomes are going to be very, very strong, and that the learning framework also fits in well and blends well in order to be able to support hospitality school curriculum. So we ensure that the course quality and every lesson is very, very high quality. All of the lessons though, we try and film them so that they're under 5 minutes each, so that they're all bite-sized. And the idea is that learning becomes a daily, regular habit, just like brushing your teeth. So people can continue to learn in small chunks. So the way that you can earn the micro-credentials is once someone completes a lesson, they receive a skills credit. They can then take a quiz. They need to ensure that they pass the quiz over 80% to be able to then receive a certificate or the micro-credential. So we also, all of the courses are endorsed by the Institute of Hospitality, which is a global body based in the UK, and we also, our major investor is EHL, so École Hôtelière Lausanne is. We also give our learning is also offered to all of the EHL students. So some of the key features of the platform is that you can assign training out to staff or students. There's real-time reporting. You can create separate playlists, for example, if you're wanting to ensure that someone's got certain skills on induction. You can add your own custom content. We've also got everything available through a very easy to use mobile app. It's very much student-led learning, which is often quite different to a lot of our competitors as well. And what we mean by that is we don't block content for anyone. So no matter what your job role is, you can come and learn on Typsy, and you have complete access to the 700 lessons and the growing library of 700 lessons. We tend to release a further 10 to 20 lessons every month. We continuously film new courses, and even during this COVID time, we've adapted and we've basically just done new ways of filming and new ways of animation so that we can continue delivering what the industry needs. And also with the student-led learning, what that means is everyone receives their own individual profile on Typsy. So if I am a staff member, for example, at Radisson, and I am working there for a certain time, and I'm watching all of my courses whilst working there, when I then move on to or if I move on to another company, I can then take my profile with me. So it's a bit like a LinkedIn profile in that it stays with you, and all of the learning credentials that you've earned, they stay with you, and you can also share those, publicly, or share those on your LinkedIn profile and things like that. We also integrate with a number of other platforms, and this works particularly well when we work with hospitality schools, because we're often used to support and enhance their curriculum, and so we integrate with a lot of different systems. So we work with a number of different companies around the world to create learning solutions, and we work with suppliers in the way that suppliers can actually host their training on Typsy as well. And for example, CUB, they have their beer training on our platform, and any of their staff in the venues that they have CUB in, they can come onto Typsy and they can actually earn a badge for watching the supplier training from CUB, and we operate that way with a number of other suppliers. So we're really trying to be that community hub for all the hospitality and training skills that you need to be job ready, and to enhance your skills on the job as well. We also work with governments and tourism associations. With governments at the moment, we're working a lot with helping introduce elements of policy where, when people are coming back in, basically setting some standards around what a business needs to achieve before reopening. So, the hygiene standards or skills that people need to have. And often that means, just a handful of lessons of very specific things that a particular government is wanting someone to achieve before they deem that business as ready to be opening again. Associations, we work with a number of different hospitality associations globally, and an example of one we've recently launched with was Hotelier Suisse, and they're through us actually providing support to all of the members in their organisation, and they will provide support not just through the COVID time, but for a further 2 years after. So they're really supporting their teams throughout the recovery as well. And they can also add their own training, their own custom content training to Typsy to support that. We also work with a number of large hotel groups and hotel chains. Again, we can very quickly and easily get consistent training out to a huge number of staff across a huge number of venues. We also work with, you know, just a small cafe that might, you know, that's your mum and dad cafe. So, you know, any size we can work with and get them up and running very, very quickly. Most of it really people come and self-serve online because you can easily commence. There's lots of webinars, there's lots of you know, help hub articles, that sort of thing to get people going. As far as hotel schools, schools can also add, a lot of the schools add their own students just either as a blended learning solution or flipped classroom. So it's often used as a supporting tool for universities and schools. We also, as I mentioned earlier, we also do blend with their curriculum and often integrate with their learning management systems. So we basically will very, very much work with people to create the solutions that you're needing to do to, you know, whatever's needed in your part of the world or your industry or your business, we will help you find a solution that works. So you can join our community at typsy.com, and I just want to play a quick video that's just talking very specifically about the COVID program that we've offered. So we are offering completely free access to anyone in the world that is in the hospitality industry that, you know, could do with support at this time for learning. So I will play this, and I'll just check that the volume, I'm hoping, will work fine, given that it's a video playing.
To help support the industry we love, we've launched a global effort to keep people engaged and connected with hospitality. It's never been more important for us to come together as a community. That's why we've opened up the Typsy platform to everyone with free, unrestricted membership until September 30, 2020. Wherever you are in the world, you can join our expert instructors to their online courses. Learn new skills and techniques, take short quizzes, track your learning, and earn certificates. Whether you're into cocktail making, service, culinary, leadership, health and well-being, coffee, sales, housekeeping, or anything in between, we have over 700 short lessons for you to choose from. Now is the time to stay connected, to learn, grow, and improve. Go to Typsy.com to join in the learning or to find out more about our COVID support unit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Felicity. Interesting presentation. And our next guest was supposed to be the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Bartlett from Jamaica, and he wanted to speak about his Generation C, what he calls the generation after COVID, and his Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center. He called me earlier and said that he's stuck in Parliament and may not be able to join us. In case he does join later, we will give him the microphone. And I think Professor Lloyd Waller, who is involved with the University of the East Indians in Jamaica, may also be engaged. I don't see him online, but I'm wondering, since Talib is also the chair for this committee, maybe Talib, you can just give us a little bit, and you raised the hand already, so that's good. So the microphone is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jürgen. I had a question just to Felicity before I go into explaining the center. Is that okay? Jürgen?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, Felicity, you said that until 30th of September, you have that free. Free to who? To the participants or to governments or to companies, to what? If you can explain that to us, because I have many interested parties, particularly in Africa and in the Middle East. Are we talking about free access until 30th of September? For who? For individuals? And if so, what happens after the 30th of September?
Yes, so it's free to absolutely anyone. After the 30th of September, if you've just joined as an individual, then you have a choice to either go back to just a freemium subscription, which means you get free access just to our service content, or you can continue on paying a monthly or an annual subscription. If you are paying as a business, if you've come on as a business and put your teams on, then you can choose. At the moment, we have a number of businesses who have put on, a huge number of staff through this time, and then they will bring the numbers back down to what fits with their budget after September 30. Governments, a lot of the conversations with governments are actually, we're very much, they're promoting Typsy for the next 6 months, but a lot of the conversations are actually more about the recovery phase and how they can continue to support these businesses ongoing. So some that we're working with, for example, are either co-funding the payment with businesses, moving forward, or for a certain period of time completely funding what those business subscriptions would be moving forward for a period of time. So again, we can very much work with people after that, after that time on what the commercials look like for what suits people at that time and in their situation.
Thank you so much, Felicity. It's a great program. Thank you.